Question: Are we winning the league? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No.
No comment.
Why not?
No comment.
Why not?
Why not?
My reasoning for why not is because no one expected us to win. We have an inexperienced manager, and he's going up against arguably three of the best managers in the world right now. And also, one of those managers apparently has one of the greatest Premier League squads ever assembled. So to expect us to come in and suddenly win the league the season after they had the greatest Premier League season of all time, allegedly, makes no sense. So for me...
No one's expecting us to do it, but no one expected us to do it when Conte came in and there was Mourinho and there was Pep there. And when I'm looking around, are Man City looking good? They're not looking good. Liverpool are getting injuries this season. I heard Klopp complaining the other day, begging for 5 days. Bruv, all I'm saying is Mendy's here. We're keeping clean sheets. We've got a goal scorer. I'm not saying we can expect it. I just wouldn't be surprised.
I hear that.
But Daniel,
it wouldn't shock me, but...
Conte, he's an established
I know.
at that time.
I didn't address that point because
No, I know what you mean. But what I keep getting told about with Frank is by rivals is that he's a bad manager and he's tactically inept. I don't expect someone who's tactically inept to go up against Klopp, who is the best manager in the world right now, and Pep, who is this revolutionary tactical legend. I'm not going to expect that.
I'm not asking you to expect it. But when Ranieri won the league, was he the best manager in the league? No. When this is what I'm trying to say. Look, we've got good players. I'm not saying expect it. Hopefully Frank doesn't F it up. But I feel like look around right now. Look around at the landscape. All right? It's looking good. I know. Because I know you haven't we haven't won in a while. So you're in that because before we was confident. Like back in the day, if we started the season like this, we were confident. But I see your faces now. You don't put your names to the mast just yet. But when it comes down to it, the defense is looking solid. We've got a good goalkeeper. We haven't had a good goalkeeper in a while. Okay. The attack is looking good. It seems like we've merged the attack with the defense. We can do it. I think it's the first team to kind of sort it out has the head start, and I think we are first there. I mean, who else would it be? Spurs.
I think for me, it's too early to say anything. I think for me, I need to see more of a consistent pattern from us. Of course, I want us to win the league. Do I think we've got as much chance as everyone else? Of course we have. I mean, look at the fire ammo we've got. You know what I mean? It's working and it's all blending well and it's going in the right direction. But for me at the moment, I need to give it till December, January, I reckon at least, to see how we perform in these next couple of months before I start saying things like that.
Lewis, let me come to you, Lewis, really quickly. What's your take on this? Do you think we can win the league, or are you more with Jem? You got to wait until January to decide.
Chelsea can win the Premier League. Straight up, they can. I expect nothing. I'll echo those words as well. I don't think we have to win the Premier League, but I think we have a team that can do it. I think all those defensive mistakes that we usually had from the start of the season are all gone. We now have a solid goalkeeper. And we now have a team that I haven't been this confident in since the last time we won the Premier League. So also with the most open title race in years and mad results popping out everywhere, why not? Literally just why not? We can win the Premier League. It's about who makes the least mistakes throughout the season, the same way it's been the last 2 or 3 seasons. So I see about 5 teams in the race so far. I do think whoever comes out the Christmas period in the best shape is going to be the teams that are really going to contend for the title. Yeah. Because it's also going to be this season's going to be massively dependent on depth, and we have a lot of depth as well. So, we can win the league. It all depends on who makes the least mistakes, though.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, I want to go to Monster, but I feel like I already know what this guy's going to say.
I already know. I ain't never backing down on my stance, innit? At the end of the day, we've got the best squad in the Premier League. That's a fact. We do. Tell me a team that's got a better squad than Chelsea. I said a better squad.
No one even disagrees with you.
I see the way David and Gemma are looking. We have the best squad in the Premier League.
David, why are you disagreeing there? Talk to us.
Because we're competing with the City team that got 100 points, and we're competing with Liverpool, who are allegedly the greatest Premier League team ever assembled.
Well, you
right?
did
Is it that same City side?
Well, hold on. I just said we have the best squad. Number one, Man City are not the same team. That 100 points team you're talking about, and what was it the other season, 90, whatever, and they won. They went on to win a domestic treble. That's not the same City you see right now in front of you. The City you see right now in front of you are, I don't know, like, they just look flustered. They don't look the same anymore. They look tired of Pep's tactics. I don't know what it is. As for Liverpool, Liverpool are going through what we talked about in the beginning of the season. Although they are continuing to win, what did we say? We said they're going to start getting injuries. The injuries going to pile up. Look at it. Van Dijk dropped. Fabinho dropped. Trent dropped the other day. Matip is dropping. You know, he always drops, so it's only a matter of time anyway. The only team obviously we still have to continue to keep our eyes on Liverpool, but another team who I think we need to keep our eyes on as well is Tottenham. That's the one team that we need to not overlook. Listen, Jem, I see you shaking your head, but bro, you're forgetting who their manager is, isn't it? And
I do not care. I'm not going to put a club that has won nothing in the categories of Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. And even though Mourinho, even though Mourinho's won things in his past, I get that. And Mourinho can be very dangerous when he gets players on side. I know that, very, very dangerous. I just don't think that they're going to be able to consistently keep them front three players fit throughout the whole season, and that's why I don't think
it's not just about them.
Win the league.
Jem, it's not just about them contending. It's about them. You know, it could be an important time in the season. Them taking points off people because Mourinho can set up to make sure you ain't winning that game. Do you know what I mean? For Chelsea, remember against Liverpool where Gerrard slipped. Mourinho set up for them just to not win the Premier League. He didn't care. Obviously, he knew he couldn't win it, but that's the thing what Mourinho can do. He can set up to just take points off you to prevent you from winning the league, and that's very dangerous. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I think we got to keep an eye on them. So, but can we win the league? 1,000%. Yes, we can. Yes, we will.
Ask really quickly, just to get a general consensus, like, is Spurs actually, obviously Monster Recycled, you just mentioned it, but is Spurs actually the team that we need to look out for? Like, Jem, I've heard your side of it. Prime, what do you think?
Like Monster said, once Jose is happy and everything and gets the players he wants, you never bet against Jose. They're in the League Cup. They're still in the League Cup, right? If they end up winning it in January or February, I think there's no reason why they can't then continue to go on and challenge for the title come the end of the season. Will they still be up there?
I agree.
Jem is right. It's dependent on Kane and Bale staying fit. But with a fit squad, there's no reason why they shouldn't be up there because of Jose. And I know we don't want to say it because we're Spurs fans, but we do have to be honest and realistic.
We're Spurs fans.
What fans? What? Wow.
Have to go.
Yeah, no, you have to put them since there, Maggie.
No wonder he said that Spurs can win it. Don't
mind.
No, to be fair, I agree with him, but for me, it literally depends on the fitness of the two key men. That's it for me. Like history suggests that Kane and Son either they're injury prone or Son will do something stupid that will give him notorious match bans that will keep him out of the game. Those are the two things that
never happened.
But you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
Talking about can Chelsea win it, and you're saying Man City have to keep their key players fit. Liverpool have to keep their key players fit. Spurs have to keep their key players fit. Let's come back to Chelsea now.
So do we, yeah.
So do we.
But do we? Like,
yes, of course we do.
Yes. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So I'm talking about Mendy. Goalkeepers rarely get injured, so let's take him out. Yeah, he's a key player.
Except you're a Liverpool goalkeeper.
Wait, listen, wait a sec, Daniel. We better hope so that he stays.
Alisson literally gets injured every week, bro.
Let's not jinx it. Let's let Daniel land quickly. Daniel land.
But what I'm saying is, in terms of the depth we've got, so Havertz is out. We've still got Ziyech in terms of creativity. Like we've got options for days. Even like Tammy scoring goals. So we've got Werner, but Tammy scoring goals. So okay, you might say that we need our first 11 fit, but I think everyone agrees that we've got more depth than our rivals. Is that not true? Like someone said,
I think the biggest. Yeah, I agree. But I think the biggest problem for me is that if Hakim Ziyech gets injured, you end up playing someone like Kai Havertz out of position Yeah, and you don't, and then he's less effective, and then we're not as effective as a squad or balanced as a squad when he is in the team. So that's where I think we will struggle, because I don't think Frank Lampard will play Cho in that position.
For me, it's more about the players that we can lose and the drop off to it. So, like as Liverpool have seen, Van Dijk got injured. The drop off is Matip, and Matip is injury prone. So the drop off is then that Reece Williams, the fake Virgil van Dijk, or Nathaniel Phillips, one of those two. So the drop off is mad. For us, the same drop off is there when Thiago Silva. If Thiago Silva can't play, we then have to play Rudiger or Christian. Those two need to
or Tomori.
Or yeah, but
Tomori's cool.
He won't play. He won't play.
Yeah.
You don't want to make Zuma the main centre back. It's clear Zuma is not the main centre back.
Also, let me add to that. If Kante gets injured, who do we have if we're playing? If Kante gets injured, Kante.
Jorginho. Oh no.
Yeah, who do we have?
Bad. In terms of what
Kovacic can't. Or
we don't have. Listen, we don't have. If Prime is right, if Kante gets injured, we don't have anyone. None of those guys are DMs.
That's facts.
We've got Billy Gilmore, guys. Don't forget about.
Shut up there. But okay. This is actually quite interesting. Lewis, do you think our depth is something that we need to watch out for? Because I think we've got a lot of depth. But then bringing up Kante, it is a question of when Kante does get injured, because it's bound to happen. Let's be honest. Who is going to be there to fill in for him?
God forbid.
I'm not sure, but I've already said I'm of the belief that we're filling in the DM role until we get a natural DM anyway. So that wouldn't really make too much of a difference to me. I think Kante's the right DM for a certain type of team. I think Jorginho might be better against a certain type of team, even though his form's been a little bit poor over the last few games. So I will leave that there as a disclaimer too. But we're just filling out that position. I think the formation's been working excellently so far of the last few games. But also, same way, we need to see it against top opposition first. We have played Krasnodar, Burnley, and Sheffield United, and those two have the joint least goals scored in the Premier League this season. So yeah, it's still beating who's in front of you, and there's a lot of confidence in the squad based on the last 3 games. But it's going to be the Christmas period and the next couple games where we have Rennes away, Tottenham at home, Newcastle away, and Sevilla away as well. That's when we're really going to know how strong this lineup is. But in the case of depth, I think we have strong depth. That's why I already said that's why I think we do have a chance at the league title, because all around the team, there's players that I'm confident in, even in goal, because we can bring Petr Cech if Mendy gets injured. Fingers crossed it never happens, but we can bring Cech in.
Also,
even at left back, we've got Aspi that can play left back, so we don't even.
But Ben Chilwell's the best fullback on form right now. I don't want
we're saying in the case of injury.
What I'm saying is that Chilwell is such an improvement on our left back spot that him getting injured then means that we almost lose that. Like you'll see it with Liverpool soon, because obviously Trent's now injured. When you don't have that marauding fullback who can create from that side, suddenly you become very one-dimensional.
Of course.
Same way like Mason, when you play Mason Mount on the wing, suddenly your wing becomes very one-dimensional because you can only do things.
Of course, there's a drop-off when players get injured. But what I'm saying is, number one, this season, we're playing so quick and so often that most teams are going to get injuries. I feel like we are best placed to deal with it in terms of squad-wise. Like we've seen it already, players are dropping. And I'm just saying, if you're talking about Chelsea chances for the title, we are best placed for it. Yes, as Chilwell goes, Aspi's not ideal, but at least he can do a job there.
And not only that, Frank has been managing the squad really well. Like if you notice in certain games, he would take off Silva, or Silva won't play, or he will make the right substitution. He's been making smart substitutions.
He's only recently been doing that though.
But that's what I'm saying. He's starting to do that now, which we've all been complaining about.
All of our options are there now, innit?
The only guy who hasn't got a rest yet is Werner. That's the only guy.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't know why he's doing that. I think
he was supposed to get
goals is fine.
He was supposed to get a rest against, was it Sheffield United? But
Burnley.
Burnley. Yeah, got injured. Yeah.
Really quickly, let me just read out a super chat. So Shane O'Hara, I'm gonna say O'Hara because I like
it's Irish.
Yeah, Shane O'Hara. Okay, cool. Shane O'Hara says, from a United fan, you are really in a good situation. Just jump on board and enjoy the ride. I would love to be in your shoes. As a United fan, you should love to be in our shoes.